Everyone, how are you? So, third stream of the day actually. I'm absolutely spanking out the streams, working as hard as I possibly can on the channel to bring you content, to bring you entertainment, and to bring you gaming. This is Star Marine. Now, I have actually played this before. This has been set aside as a separate first-person shooter element of the upcoming game, which is Star Citizen. Now, this is going to be a special game. There's no doubt in my mind. Look at that moon. This is one of the best representations of the moon I've ever seen, and it looks absolutely amazing. It really does. Look at that. No sound in space. Hello, Bluetane. How are you? How are you, mate? So this is a very slimmed down. It's beta. In actual fact, it's alpha. There's nothing to it. It's very bare bones. It's basically a hard point, and it's just to show off the graphics engine in a way. I mean, you can get a real good look at how much detail is going to be in Star Citizen. And I've always wanted to get into this, always. And you know full well I've been getting right into Elite recently, and it seems only natural that I'm going to start bringing Star Citizen content to the channel. It's just natural that's going to happen. A lot of the Elite guys don't like Star Citizen, but to me it goes hand in hand. It's the same genre, so it's not the same game. It's not trying to be the same game. If you don't like it, I've brought it so you don't have to.
Accessing control point. Accessing control point.
Ah! Oh God. Scarab has retracted his message already. He's come in. He said something and now he's taking it back. How are you, mate? How are you? He's already taken it back. Oh dear.
Contested.
How's the stream look? Does it all look alright? Actually, let me I just cut back on my left side a little bit actually when Max was sitting next to me. There you go. Because I can't type. Now, you put something horrible, didn't you, about Star Citizen? I know you. What a pretty looking engine this is, though. This is the Amazon Lumberyard engine. This is what I like about this game. High velocity. I dropped my phone and it broke. Oh god, yeah. I was just saying it's very fast to get into a team. Yeah, definitely, yeah. Oh, there's no issues. This runs like an absolute dream. It really does.
Spawning.
Hello, Scotty. How you doing, mate? Thanks for coming in. Again.
Contested.
I'm banging it out today, aren't I? Yeah, no, I love Star Citizen. It's 100% is coming to the channel. I think this bit they've stated that Star Citizen isn't coming to the consoles, but they haven't. They've been a bit vague about whether they could bring this section. Now, what they've done is the game is that big. They've actually managed to make a first-person shooter out of just a small part of the game, and they've separated it. It's called Star Marine now. Now, this was it was an idea of theirs to mess about with the engine and see what they could do, and suddenly they was like, well, hang on. Actually, they said, oh, we could make a game out of it. Actually, what they meant is we could make money out of this, you know. Now, what I love about it is it's got 0G. Look at that. Look, I'm absolutely in 0G now, and it is cool. It is cool. No, cheers for the invite. You can come in if you want. Is that what you mean? You can come in. Of course you can. Come and join. I told you earlier I was doing this.
Control point contested.
Don't let them take the control point.
Is that what you meant?
Contested.
Sorry about that. Got to do it. Got to do what, Scotty? Bedtime. Bedtime. Bedtime.
Control point contested.
Hello, hello, Vibe. Wow, Star Citizen, isn't it? Did I see the message on Discord? Discord? What message? There's lots of messages on there, I'm afraid. Yeah, Vibe, I don't know if you know this, but this is the first-person shooter element of Star Citizen.
Round over.
Ah. It's called Star Marine.
Hell did I just witness? That
Went about as wrong can go.
New round.
Yes, the bus. No, I saw a message about a bus, but I was setting up in between. Yeah, you know, Vibe. Yeah, I'm obviously not teaching you to suck eggs. I didn't know if you knew or not. What's your opinion on Star Citizen, Vibe? What a pretty game. What a pretty game. And it's got one of the best representations of the moon that I've seen. We'll go to it in a minute. Oh my god, it's lovely. Look at that sound. That's awesome, isn't it? Just ask about Hornby DCC. Just ask you about Hornby DCC clan class 60 for £80. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's good. Hello, Asius. How you doing? Oh, it's a beautiful game. Yeah, the engine is so sweet, and you got zero gravity in this bit, which is cool. Literally, it's cool as fuck. It really is. It's got some lovely effects in it. It really has. Lots of promises, little deliveries so far. But 3.0, probably buy them. Yeah, I like it. I bought it ages ago. I think about a year ago, maybe even longer. No, about a year. No, I don't think it's been out that long. It's about a year, isn't it? I've always liked it. I've always liked it. And like I said, I'm definitely bringing it to the channel. There's no question about that. I know some of the elite guys are a little bit off it, but I'm not an elite guy, am I? I'm a gamer, so if it's a game, it's coming. Why can't I go in there? Let me in there. I kickstart back. Oh, you actually got it, have you, ACS? Nice, yeah. Mine doesn't run this well. All right. I've actually put this down to 2K. It doesn't run sweet in 4K, I must say. This is 2K. Not sure if we'll be playing it though. It doesn't appeal to me for some reason. Well, this bit is the first-person shooter, so if you're not into first-person shooters, this probably bit won't. I just wanted to come on just to ease people into the idea. Come on! Oh, I got him then. I'm not at all on elite side of things. I like a good, exactly right, and it does. I'll be honest, it does annoy me a little bit when people are like, "Oh no, no," but you know, well, I'm not a fanboy. You know, I'm just a gamer who loves games. I love Elite because of what Elite offers me. I don't love Elite because it's Elite. That's not why I love Elite. You know what I mean? And because I love Elite, that's not why I'm going to automatically dislike Star Citizen. No way. No. I'm a gamer, you know. I'm here to see if it still looks clunky. How's it going? Hello, Moose. How you doing? No, not clunky at all, mate. No. This is not the actual Star Citizen, though. This is Star Marine. Which is, I'm not teaching you to suck eggs and all that, I'm sure you know already, but it's the first person shooter section. They've sort of segregated into, they've shoehorned into its own game. They're going to be making money where they can on this game. And this bit will possibly be coming to the consoles. That's what I think is going to happen. They've said that Star Citizen itself won't be a console game, but it wouldn't surprise me if this... Come on! This game doesn't like me. Yeah, saw how upset I got today, the PC Master. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly the discussion I'm talking about, Vibe. No, not that's the discussion, but that's the type of thing, you know? I have no problems with it, but from what I've seen, there isn't much in Star Citizen in general. It seems to appeal me for some reason. Hello, Charlie Brick, how you doing? Ever since the scene at the second Jurassic Park where the trailer goes over the edge and she falls on the glass and it cracks, that's my phone screen. I know the bit. Yeah, I know it. But so I like what they've done. I like the way the HUD is built into your sort of spacesuit. I like that. I really like that. And I love the graphics. It's such a pretty game. And it's all built on the Amazon engine. I mean, you got to hand it to them for their ambitions. They get the full points on ambitions, and we do agree on many things. Has no one played Wing Commander? Not. I have played it, not much, Scarab. You know that, yeah.
New
No, I know
round.
we agree, Vibe, don't you worry. I just want to look at the graphics as well. I love studying it. I mean, it's very, very detailed. Very detailed. It really is. I'll try and get to the moon. Because there's a picture, not a picture, a section where you can look at the moon. And, oh my god, I think it's one of the best representations of the moon so far in a game. But my job is to bring you games, literally, that's my job, is to bring you games. And if they're from the same genre, and it makes sense, doesn't it? This makes sense to me to have Star Citizen on the channel, the same as Elite. It just makes sense to me. I love this first person bit. Literally, I love it. I really do. I really do love it. Ah! No, 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 no. Oh, there's the moon. Let's go and see the moon. No, let's die. Thanks for joining me, everyone. Would love you. I've got a hair in my mouth. Would love you to leave me a little like. That would be awesome. Let's get some Star Citizen content out there. Let's get people looking at it. And it's a pretty game. This is not the full Star Citizen. It's the Star Marine, which is the first person section part of it. That's not a very realistic moon, in my opinion. Let me get to it. Let me get to it. Oh, look at that. Look.
Contested.
That is nice. Come on. That is nice. Let's go and have a closer look. You not like that? I like that. I think that looks awesome. Come on, it's nice, isn't it? I was 18 years old when I played Wing Commander. As far as ambition goes, I think Elite and Star Citizen are very similar plans, content-wise. It's more like Elite takes it slow and releases stuff that they can fit into the game. Yeah. It's nice, but not realistic. I think actually, I think we're actually quite close to it. Maybe that's not why it looks realistic. I think theoretically, we are actually quite close to this moon, aren't we? High Velocity, hello mate. Did you watch E3? Yes, but not as much as I wanted to. Not as much as I planned to and wanted to. Oh god. Tries to get everything to work first at the cost of never releasing. Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see. I think the only thing they overpromised on. No, not the only thing, because that sounds like I'm a fanboy. It's timing, you know. When you brought into Star Citizen, you knew that you was buying into an idea, you was kickstarting an idea, you was buying into a potential, you know, a potential dream, and it's going to take time, isn't it? And unfortunately, people don't have time; they want it now. And the problem is, when they release a section of the game that looks this good, they automatically assume, come on, do the rest. It's nearly done, isn't it? You know what I mean? I think that's the problem with a lot of gamers. Not you, not me, not anyone in the chat, but I think that's what the problem is. Like, you're going to look at this and assume that, well, come on, it must be ready, you know? And that's just not the case. That's the one thing I don't like about Star Citizen. To me, Elite is the more ambitious game. Star Citizen fans think Elite is a more... Yeah. No, it's made very differently with someone with very high standards. Yes. But I've got to say, I enjoy the time I do spend on Star Citizen, and I will be spending more. There's no doubt about that. If I could learn the controls. If I could learn the controls, I'd be happy. I've been checking out Elite for 10 years, checking Frontier site to see if we've got anything getting done. Yeah. I didn't back Elite in the end because I didn't believe. Yeah, okay. High Velocity, I answered that a minute ago, mate. Yeah, I answered that. I said I've watched it, just as not as much as I'd wanted to or planned to.
Control point contested.
Don't let them take the control point.
Control point contested.
No, that's all right. Hi, Voss. You only commend them for efforts they make off a Kickstarter. Yes,
Contested.
although they got a shitload of money off of that, didn't they? Oh, it's lovely, Vipe. Yeah, it's lovely, and that is one of the reasons I am going to bring it to the channel in quite a big way, because I think a lot of people underestimate it. I think the developers raise too much money. A lean budget forces more innovation, urgency in releasing a viable product. Having too much money to play with can actually be a problem. Possibly, yeah. Yeah, they might have gone, oh, we can do this, but now we can do this. Let's do this. I mean, you got to hand it to them. Halfway through their project, they realised that the ambitions they had just wasn't going to be realised in the current engine they had. Now, that's a big ask, isn't it, to suddenly go, look, all these plans and all this development we've done isn't going to work in our current engine. Now, should we trim things down? We've got the money. Should we trim things down, chuck a few bits out, tell them we'll do it later, and give them the game they want? Or should we rewrite the engine, get Amazon to actually write us an engine so we can actually do the things we've got to do? And that's little things like that. That's what I like about it, and that's why I've got faith. But there's room for both. There's room for both, and anyone who says there isn't is just, is wrong. Doesn't mean you have to like both, but you cannot dislike one because you like the other. That's just not. It's just not right, No, that Chris Roberts, he's lost tons of developers off the back of that. Yeah.
Match.
Survey, it has begun.
Outlaws win.
I am disappointed in all of you. You let the UEE and the Marines down.
Yeah, right. I know.
Those outlaws got the better of us. Because I know
Let's
they
not
can
compare them. I think that's the. What the fuck is this? Hello, Admiral Mark. How you doing? Where have you been, Admiral Mark? Where have you been? This is Star Citizen. Well, Star Marine. He keeps pushing his team to the very max. Wherever he pulls it off, we don't know. I think he's gonna pull it off because it's almost there, isn't it? Let's go multiplayer. Let's go elimination. Slightly different map. Let's customize loadout. Let's have a look at the loadout. So, what was we on? We was on multiplayer elimination. Customize loadout. So elimination. I mean, it looks absolutely sweet, doesn't it? It really does. And this is aimed at the Call of Duty market, and let's be honest, the current Call of Duty. I know the new one's going to World War II, but this is definitely aimed at Call of Duty, and we'll piss all over it. My stance on Star Citizen at the moment is I'm not buying into the hype train of it yet. I might see what it's like when it's getting released. Yeah. I don't believe it will ever release. Yeah, I hope I'm wrong. I think with that amount of backers and that amount of money involved, it probably will release, but it will always release to a poor response, and then it'll build its way back up. That's what I think. That's what I think. Yeah, I don't like the energy rifle. I just like that one. I mean, you can change. It's nice. It is a nice little thing. Sorry, but I'm more hyped for COD World War II. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. They're all games, aren't they? There's enough hands in the world to play lots and lots of games. Sadly, it'll probably release with a poor response just because the expectations now are so high. Yeah, definitely, yeah. Yeah, no worries, ACS. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for having a look. There's a lot of money spent, but I don't think there's much left, and I don't think they're getting as much into those as they did say. Yeah, exactly. It's maybe their PR at the start isn't the same PR now, and you don't really hear of it, do you? The only thing I've heard about this is them asking for more money. Now that can't be true, can it? But that's the only thing that's filtered through to me and maybe us. I'm not answering for you. Whereas before, it wasn't about money. It was about like, look what we're trying to do, look what we are doing, look what we're gonna do. But now it seems to be the only news coming through is typical like oh this ain't working, you know. Maybe not. But I like it. I like it. You know, it's as simple as that. I like it. Oh, waiting for players. Yeah, we did have this problem the other day when I was playing. There's not a huge amount of players. Word up to the massive. Greetings, Earthlings. Oh god, he's been playing Elite too long, hasn't he? All right, Stott. How you doing? How you doing? Oh, that's a window. You can't go there. Got a glass in that though. Look, I mean, it's a lovely engine. What they've got is a lovely engine. It really is. I'm waiting for 2 more players. Yeah, me too. I've only heard things about its Kickstarter. Yeah, sadly that's what I think. I think they're running out of money and have a bit of a wall of technical problems. Yeah, maybe they shouldn't have gone that ambitious, or maybe they should have gone that ambitious, but don't tell us about it. You know, tell us what we want to hear and then give us the extras. That to me looks absolute bollocks. I love this. I love this section here. This sort of scratch and scorch into the moon. I really like that detail. Looks beautiful to me. That does. I love the fucking hell. I keep hearing about Lumion 3.0 and that is supposed to be much better. I'm still remaining very much on the fence with this one, but I would like to see what it brings. 3.0 it's going to bring a lot more. I know it will shut a lot of people up, I think. And I'm definitely going to play it. I'm definitely going to bring it to the channel. I've got 18 watching this. 18, I'm only a small channel. If I've got 18 watching, I'm happy as a pig in shit, you know? And the more we do, the more people we're getting. Yeah, I'm only a tiny little channel. So if you want to help out with subs, feel free. I'm on my way to 1,800 subs, actually. So if you want to help out with that, I definitely wouldn't turn you down. And the minimum I would ask you for is a little like on the stream. Just to let YouTube know that people are enjoying it. Full release will probably be patch 2.5. Oh, fucking hell, yeah. Yeah, I'd love it if... Just not keeping up my... Yeah, it's not... I don't know, why... Why wouldn't it be successful? They'll get there in the end, won't they? They'll get there. Even though it wasn't good, its location looked amazing, especially the moon. Yes, yeah. 19 watching, 7 likes. Is that all? Was it you that played Everspace the other day? Yes, I did, Charlie Brook. What a sweet little game that is. Everspace, I like that. It is best to stay skeptical, but when everyone's skeptical, can you imagine how hard it is being a developer these days? Oh, every day, I bet for the first year they went into work thinking they had hit not only the monetary jackpot, but just like the jackpot. You know, we're developing a game. But now every day they go in and like, I bet it's all bad news. You know, and I bet they're a little bit demoralised really, because you can't please gamers. They're the hardest bunch, aren't they? But what cracks me up about gamers, I suppose I'm going to contradict myself with this, but people moan about unreleased stuff that isn't working properly, and then what happens is early access becomes popular. Oh, let's buy unreleased. Yeah, I want unreleased games. It's fucking mental, isn't it? You know. No, I forgot to like. Don't worry, that's fine. To Chris Roberts, this is a dream rather than just a game, so it'd be great, but it would probably take its time. I'd rather have a game take time and turn out like no more. Yeah, definitely, yeah. I'll tell you what, though, I say definitely. I didn't get involved with the whole No Man's Sky. I mean, I just didn't touch it. So I haven't got an opinion on No Man's Sky. The reviews I've read said the first sort of 15-20 hours are amazing apparently on that game. I'm not going to comment because I don't know it. You know, who knows? I don't know. It might be half decent. They're doing updates for that. Is that another one that has just got so much bad news? I know the game isn't what they said it is. I know that, so I'm not disputing that. But is that a fact of actually there's a good game behind it, but because everyone is so off it, it's not going to stand a chance. I don't know. I'm not going to comment on No Man's Sky because I haven't played it. Literally haven't played it, and that is why I didn't like Play It Vibe. I didn't like the graphic style. It meant nothing to me graphically. Yes, see, we agree, Vibe, don't we? I was just about to say the reason, it wasn't because of any like hype or anything. I thought the graphics was boring. You know, I really did think that was boring. It didn't attract me like this. Obviously, look, it looks realistic, looks gritty. No Man's Sky, nah, not graphically, but content-wise, you know, is it a case of actually it's an alright game, but it's just been trodden on so much? We agree again, exactly. No, you can keep the graphics of No Man's Sky, but that's not why I don't like it. I've got no opinion on it, but that's, you know, it's certainly not from the graphic point of view, the content point of view. It's the graphics. I'm a graphics whore, you know. That's why I brought a bloody 1,200 quid graphics card. You know, I want it to look sweet as. I really need it to look the bollocks. Can you hear the sound? Because we're out here. It's awesome. Sadly, it seems that being negative is the trend. Oh, of course, yeah, yeah, definitely. Look at Call of Duty. Now, I mean, I'm not a big fan of Call of Duty, but it's just hated, isn't it? It's hated, and whatever it does, it can't do enough, can it? You know? It's like the developers of Call of Duty. Can you imagine what it, you know, if you tell your friends, "I've got a job as a developer." "Oh, what game are you doing?" "Call of Duty." It'd be like, "Oh, are you?" You know, it's just ridiculous. Gamers are bastards, aren't they? They want everything. They want it now, and then they want some more. I'd give up realism. I really get far-looking distances, no pop-ups. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're not gonna get. You're not gonna. Well, you are gonna get it. The best thing to do there is to go 4K. That really helps. That really helps. Personally, it looked beautiful due to the bright colours rather than trying to. Yeah, no, I'm not knocking it. I'm not a fanboy of any sort, honestly, filler. That is an opinion. That's just literally me spewing out my opinion. I didn't like the graphic style at all. Didn't like it. Hate early access. It could bring some amazing things, but like Steam Greenlight, it promotes like yeah, exactly. Well, yes and no. This is probably a good example of how early access should be done. See, the problem is a lot of games they put on early access and they're say 75% complete. Right, that game shouldn't be on early access. That is not, in my mind, that's not eligible. A game that's on, you know, 5, 10, 15% completion should be on early access, and I think that's what's happening here. This game is a genuine early access project, and I think people have struggled to buy into that. When a game, oh, we're going into early access. How long are you going to be on early access? Oh, about 2 months. You know, no, that is not an early access game. That's just a way to get money before it all goes wrong, you know. And then half the time the promises aren't completed. Gang Beasts, right? A fun little game that still, after fucking 3 years of early access, still doesn't run properly. I streamed it the other day and had to stop it in the end, you know. It's just silly, you know. Sort it out. Exactly, this is a classic, if that's what you mean, Scarab. This is a classic example, really, of what an early access project, not a game, a project should be like. You know, they've funded an idea, they've started realising the idea, and, you know, you've got, in a way, you've got no right to moan because it's early access. You invested, you kickstarted it, you know? Thank God for Jim. Yeah, some early access is just an excuse to get a bit of money in because people are leaving the studio, they need more money. You know what I mean. All the Gamebase is coming to console this year. I think. Well, it shouldn't be coming out yet because it ain't fucking working. I've got it and I've got it in VR, and honestly, it's fun. I mean, it's one of the most basic. No, it's not basic because there's obviously I'm not a developer, but theoretically, on paper, it's one of the most basic games you could do. It's all 2D shading. There's not much there. Why does it not work properly? You should check out Interstellar Rift. I would say it's like a mix of Pulsar, shipbuilding. It's a small indie game. Oh, okay. I will do filler. I'm always on the lookout for new games. If you don't know filler, I do a lot of Elite Dangerous. That's at the moment that's the main thing I'm streaming, and I've had this for ages. I mean, look at this. It does look. Doesn't this look nice? It does. No one could say this doesn't look pretty as. Come back here, you little. Oh my God! No! 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 Hello MV, how you doing? How you doing? Yeah, no one can say that's not a pretty little game though, this. And this is only an element of it, right? This is not Star Citizen, right? So let's get that clear. If you've come in and you don't really know and you've just seen the title Star Citizen, this is not Star Citizen. This is called Star Marine, and it is a sectioned off, could you call it a mini game at the moment? It's, you know, it's not a full game, and they're going to be adding elements to this. See, that's the thing. It's very ambitious what they've done. Rather than just get on with Star Citizen, suddenly they've got another game to develop for now, using the same engine, admittedly, and the same elements. But this is another game they've got to add content for, and build up. But I should imagine their thought behind this. They've said all along that Star Citizen isn't coming to consoles, but I think this Star Marine, I think, will come to consoles.
Match over.
Astroneer is pretty fun. Another relaxing game. Nice one. Not played Elite since the Commanders update. I love Elite. Yeah, love it. It's very, very good. I am going to be bringing more Star Citizen to the channel, and this is my way of just easing in very gently, and just playing the tip of Star Citizen, the tip. Next, we're going to do some flying. Scarab's going to come and join me. We're going to do some flying, if he wants to, obviously. I think it's too much ambition in Star Citizen. Well, what about if they realise it though? What about if they actually pull it off? It's not too much ambition then, is it? Hello, Thomas. I was grinding to get the Imperial clip, yeah. Oh, you couldn't play it, Horny. That's a shame. That's a shame. I'd like it if you show some real Star Citizen ships. I will do, Vipe. I'll tell you what, I'm going to be fucking totally honest now. I haven't played it for so long. It's almost like another Elite. I don't know what the fuck to do, but I will sort it out. I will sort it out, and I'll bring it to you. I will bring it to you. Like, I know a lot of the Elite guys are like, oh no, but you don't have to buy it, do you? You can watch me play it. You can watch me waste my money. But no, definitely, I will be bringing the ship. The ships are beautiful. You know, you like the ships in Elite. The ships in, again, and this is not me comparing. It's hard to talk about two titles without feeling like you got to trip up on your words, you know. What I'm saying is, the ships are beautiful in Elite, aren't they? They're also fucking beautiful in this game. They're amazing, you know. No, I know, Vibe. I know. I'm a gamer, you know. I'm not an Elite gamer, as in the game Elite. I'm a gamer, you know. And as a YouTuber or whatever you want to call it, you know, my job is to bring stuff like this to the channel. And if my channel is doing well out of Elite, which it is, it'd be crazy of me not to bring something else from that genre, wouldn't it, you know? So that's what I'm going to do. You're probably playing against hardcores, bearing in mind it's not graphics A1, and this is just the first person aspect of a space game. This is you boarding something. Yeah. Yes. But they're talking about space legs in Elite. I mean, I would love to do this in Elite, wouldn't you? You know? Oh, yes, Hemfrey. Yes, it is. I mean, this is better graphics, really, isn't it? You know? Oh, shit. Oh, we're still waiting for players. I'm 42, Elite Dangerous is the first Elite I already got into. I'm not religious about that game. I just love it. It's exactly the same as me. Yeah. I'm not, yeah, definitely. No, of course, filler. Yeah, definitely. Until Dawn is get a VR prequel. Nice one, Higher. But the very fact, filler, that from again, not a developer, but the fact that you're like here, you're holding the gun, and in Star Citizen you've got the spaceship, right? It's not that hard theoretically, from what I've read and what I've heard developers say. If it's like a HUD game, like this is my HUD, isn't it, of the gun and the spacesuit? Well, the HUD in Elite is obviously the spaceship. Is it that hard? And apparently it's not, to adapt that HUD from a spaceship to a spacesuit. Put a gun there instead of this or that and the other, and you know, speed up the mechanics and all that. Again, that's not me saying it is, but they've got it in place, haven't they? You can get out of the spaceship and go to an SRV, so that's one step on, isn't it? They've got you out the spaceship. Wouldn't it be lovely to do this, right? To come into Chris and Sylvia's, right, and actually go and meet them and walk down to the commodities market and go and visit it. That to me would be absolutely awesome. The fact, I've watched a few older videos, they was talking about Space Leg, well, you know, I don't need to tell you lot, Yeah, see you later, Vipe. See you later, mate. Yeah.
Business, shall we?
The fact that
Five,
I think 3 years ago I watched some videos from 3 years ago, and they're talking about, yeah, we would like space legs and that. The fact that it's still not here makes me think, oh, it's not coming. It's not coming. Wouldn't it be cool though if this was Chris and Sylvia's, right? Wouldn't that be an elite dream? It'd be an absolute dream, wouldn't it? If you could come down here, go to the commodities market, go into a mission at the bar and get some illegal missions. Oh my god, that would be just a dream. Ouch. Yes, Michael, I'm going to do that as well. Yeah, yeah. Like I say, channel-wise, I think it's got a place, and some guys just literally won't come in here, and we might attract other guys that then suddenly jump onto Elite and play that with us. Who knows? Hello, Jade. How you doing? When in Elite, look at the NPC station portraits. Look at the background behind them. Interiors already made, but they've said nothing about it yet. Yeah, Spaceman, you don't think they'll have space legs either.
respawning.
I don't know. I don't know. Wouldn't it be cool though? I don't know if you come in when I said that, but like Chris and Sylvia's, for example, the space station there, wouldn't it be awesome if you'd got out your spaceship and you can walk around, you know? Even if it was certain spaceships, you know? I don't know. It'd just be awesome. Oh, shit. I think, mate, let's walk around our ships at some point. Maybe do manual maintenance, allocate storage. That would be nice. Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah, that would be nice. Anything to add immersion, isn't it? You know, it's probably not that hard, but if you've seen around the verse with the new item, yeah, 2.0, sort of tiny interaction boards, new buttons to interact with, systems in your ship rather than keys. Yeah, it's easy, isn't it? This is what the problem is with gamers, right? Me included. It's so easy to go, oh, come on, it can't be that hard. Of course it's hard. Can you imagine sitting down at your computer and making this? Where would you start? With just a load of ones and zeros. Amazing. And I love developers. I love it. I love the art, the physics. Oh my god, it's such a feat, isn't it? It's a feat. It is a masterpiece. So for me to say it's not that hard, it's just ridiculous, isn't it? You know, I literally don't know what I'm talking about. Space Legs is probably 2 years away at least. Unfortunately, I do think that's best. Yeah, yeah. Multi-crew, Space Legs, ship cook for me. Hello, XR. How you doing, mate? It's months of work to build a work. Months, years, Spaceman, years, isn't it? You know, literally years.
Respawning.
And that's the problem. You know, gamers put so much pressure on studios. Assassin's Creed, you know, when that was going one edition per year, it's not enough time, is it? Call of Duty. That's why they introduced another studio so they could alternately work on one. So there was still being one released every year. But people get fed up with playing within a year. But unfortunately, the next version of the game takes way longer than a year. You know, really, ideally, it's 3 or 4 years, isn't it, for a good game? But we are the most impatient, opinionated, unhappy, ungrateful bunch of consumers as gamers, aren't we? But I also do have the opinion that Elite maybe shouldn't have space legs. I like when things are lean and efficient rather than being bloated with features that don't... Yeah, exactly, Haunted. I suppose, really, right? So say this is Elite. We get out of our spaceship and we just manually have to walk down here to go to the commodities market. Right, so, oh, commodities market's up here, is it? Oh, this is cool, isn't it? Oh, this is really immersive. You do that 100 times and suddenly it's like, oh god, I've got to get to the commodities market. I wish it was just a bloody option, you know? It's got to add something, hasn't it? There's got to be a reason. Shit. Yeah, sadly also Elite would probably have to do interiors which align with the outside if they don't want loading screens. Yeah. Everspace, for example, It's somewhat simple, but knows exactly what it is and executes it well. 100%. If you are interested in Everspace, anyone who's watching, I have done a couple of live streams, about 4 or 5, maybe 6 videos back now. What a great little game. Yeah, I can't really see a reason for Space Slaves. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't put it at the top of my list. It's not at the top of my list, no. No, not at all. See, that's the beauty, I think, about having a game like this, right? Which isn't in... They've said it's not in competition with Elite. But... Oh, sorry, mate. If this can do things that Elite doesn't, and can't do, or whatever work, if you've got both games, that allows Elite to concentrate on what they do best, and Star Citizen to do what they do best, rather than both trying to be, you know, exactly everything, you know. But there's nothing wrong with Star Citizen. I like it a lot. I mean, how can you not like that? Look at that. It looks like bloody Blade Runner. It just looks absolutely awesome. The textures are beautiful. I'm running this in 2K, streaming it to you in 720, but running it in 2K. 4K, it's a bit 25-30 frames a second, but it looks beautiful, don't get me wrong. But it's not optimized. There's no NVIDIA driver for it. Not yet, you know. Come on, die already. Yes, you're right, Haunted. Yeah, they should stay within... not because they have to, but I think it would be better if they stayed within their own identities, just what you just said there, to enable them to really become what they are, rather than trying to nick bits of each other. I mean, gaming is so expensive now to get the hardware, right? The fact that you've got to pay, what, 60, 50 quid for Elite, right? You're not going to go, oh, I've paid all that money for Elite, paid all that money for my machine, I'm only going to buy Elite. Most people are going to buy both of these games, aren't they, really? So there's no reason for them to try and cross over too much. They could stay within their boundaries, and I think that would be a lot better for both games. The new transaction screen has audio, which sounds something like Alien. I'm off topic of this game, but have you seen Star Wars Battlefront 2 and what's your thoughts? Can't believe the clones are... The thing is, I'm not actually... I do love Star Wars, but I'm not like this die-hard. Oh my god, what? Oh, do you remember that? That's back from there. So I find it hard to get an opinion on Star Wars. Star Wars Battlefront, the last game, was an absolute rip-off. You talk about this trying to rip people off. That was... it was a joke. It was an absolute joke. It looked pretty, and that was it. It was a joke. It really... Content-wise... They should have been... they should give you refunds, you know what I mean? The DLC was an absolute joke as well. So for them to go, oh, we've got a new one, right? Now, I do like it, and it looks good. But it just looks like DLC for the other game. The other game for me, I was still so empty, even towards the end, that I don't know if I'm going to buy it, to be honest with you. It's typical EA. Typical EA.
Protect the control point.
What? Why are you not hacking? Why are you not hacking? Oh, okay, you are hacking. Yeah, I mean, Star Wars fans are going to love that game, aren't they? Right? They're just going to love it. Oh, come on, where's my gun? There it is. Oh God, it's a tester to see what people react, and if it's... Yeah, but see, that's the thing with gamers. I'm not talking about you, fella, right? And I'm really not talking about you. People, this is a massive idea that people are just, you know, having a go at, and yet you, and I don't mean you, but that's a genuine sort of thing that people say. How can we be happy with EA charging us £60 for an unfinished game as a tester to see whether we react to it? I mean, come on, you know, it's just out of order, isn't it? And us as gamers, we moan about it, and then we buy into it, you know. I wasn't talking about you then, Philip, because I've heard that loads of times, and I'm not talking about you, honestly. But how can we accept that, you know? And the more we accept it, the more it's going to happen, you know? How can we accept that? We're happy to go, there's your £60 for your unfinished game, right? Could you think possibly about making another one? And I'll pay £60 for that as well. They acted like they were amazing and pro-consumer for giving us the content we should have got in 2015. I know, it puts me off of the game. It puts me off. I sort of think, nah, I'm not going to buy it. Sounds like he put his foot in his mouth. No, I was just trying to make it clear to Filler that I wasn't talking about him. I was talking about that sort of opinion because I've heard it loads. And in a way, I've said that about certain things as well. Project Cars 1, for example. Project Cars 1 was one of the most successful Kickstarters, apparently. I don't know the facts, but it worked perfectly. You know, they come up with an idea for a racing game and promised the graphics. There was a lot of things in that didn't get completed, and rather than fix them, they said, oh, right, and they made a shitload of money out of that, loads of money out of Project Cars 1. But rather than sort of invest their own money, they've kickstarted the second one as well. The second one's kickstarted. It's almost like kickstarting now is becoming the norm, you know? But I think kickstarting gets average people involved too much, you know? If you know what I mean. It's too many cooks spoil the broth. I still want it, but I'll wait and see if it's good. I'm not going to get it on release. I'm not going to give them that satisfaction. I think gamers should go back to playing games, and developers should continue developing it. I think that's the best way, you know. Kickstarting is no risk way of making a game. It is, yeah, but if you haven't got that risk, it's like running a business, isn't it? You know, I run a business. If there's no risk, you know, what's on the line? What's on the line? Ah, don't worry, it's only a Kickstart, you know? There's got to be that element of risk and, you know, believing in yourself, not just thinking, oh, we'll just Kickstart our next game. If this one fails, we'll just do another Kickstarter and do it that way, you know? That can't be allowed to continue, can it? There's got to be that element of a developer like the elite developers or like Star Citizen, but you know, when you can really tell that they love what they're doing. Games cost too much to make now, get suits involved and they don't allow risk because they're afraid to lose profit. So our AAA games these days are mediocre because they play it safe. Yeah, but then on the other hand, there's more money in games. Like sitting here, what we're doing now, there's more money in here than apparently the film industry put together. The whole of the film industry, this is more profitable. So yeah, you're totally right. It is going to attract it's going to attract the suits, isn't it? Yeah, you're totally right what you just said there. But they still come into us for money. How does that work? You know, some of gaming it's just a con, isn't it? You know, like technology games mainly are built to make money, not to make fans. Yeah.
Control point contested.
Yeah, exactly, Space. You're totally right there. Kickstarter, give you money for a nice website. Yeah, and weekly YouTube update videos. Yeah, definitely. Hello, Matrix. Yeah, where you been? Where you been, you little git? How are you? EA, when they heard on the stage saying all days game, they were like, mission failed, we'll get them next time. I think that's it. They had to do that, didn't they? They had to say the DLC is going to be free. They had to. There was no other option. Because as gamers, like, yeah, we are moany and we do want everything, but we're so easily pleased, aren't we? Free DLC? Okay, I'm happy now. How about bloody no DLC? How about you complete the game and then release it? We're so easily pleased, you know. You'll get a free in-game emblem on your t-shirt. Okay, make it. Oh, it does look nice though, doesn't it? Look at the dirty windows and like the thick glass because we're in space and it's all dirty. The industry makes so much because we pay 120 for Battlefield 1. It's an example of what we put up with, but you got to do it if you want the content. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Mickle, so you delivered on your threats? Yes, Mickle. Only I've gone very, very easy. Now I don't know if you know Star Citizen at all, Mickle. This is the first-person section of it. So this is Star Citizen Light, right? This is this is Star Citizen just test. This is Star Citizen dip your toe in. Oh look, there's a ball close up there. Look, teabag close up. He's lost. I'm lost on what, Christine?
Spawning.
I know we can't go back to the PS2 area of games. Yeah, I know. Wouldn't that be good? Wouldn't that be good? And bugs in the game. The bugs in the game are actually actually, the bugs in the game were almost like Easter eggs, weren't they? You used to enjoy finding a bug in the game. It would tell you in a magazine, like your game magazine, where the bug was, and it could almost be fun. They was few and far between, especially back then. But if you could find a bug, you'd actually go searching for the bug, like an Easter egg, wouldn't you? But now you're expecting a day one patch to actually get it working. Crotch shot. I know, Miko, you fucking loved that, didn't you? Yeah, I'm good, Matrix. I'm good. Crotch shot. That could be my thumbnail with an arrow. Shadow of Colossus remastered. But games is a very emotional thing, isn't it? I mean, you get very tied to your games. It's just awesome. Honestly, I love gaming with such a passion. It's insane. But the funny thing is, I'm not a very good gamer. I'll admit it myself. Fucking hell. I'll admit it myself. It's so annoying that I run a YouTube channel and I get to play games, but I'm fucking shit at them. But it's not important. It's not important. It really isn't important. You're not here to watch me play. You're here to have a chat, aren't you? And just see what I'm showing you. The fact that I'm not showing you 100 kills or 1 kill, it doesn't really matter. Not really. I'll probably say I love my games more than my girlfriend. I can't say that. I haven't got a girlfriend. I've got a wife. What a pretty little game though. Look at all the detail, and it does look nice. For fuck's sake, I didn't even see him coming. But yeah, I'll only have a couple more goes. I'm only showing you the same thing over and over now. But you know me, I can talk all night about my favourite subject, which is gaming. Yeah, you can always find another girlfriend, yeah. You can't find another elite though, can you? But look at this, look, this is, I mean, look, it's pretty sweet, isn't it? The zero gravity bit. Look at the suit, look. And the sound as well. Very, very nice. And the map is pretty big, isn't it? If you have a wife, don't say you have a girlfriend on camera. I don't have a girlfriend. On camera or off camera.
Control point contested.
Or don't have one. Single life is great. Well, you always got VR, ain't you? All these particles floating around, you know.
Control point contested.
Don't let them take the control point.
Oh, come on. Have you played Hellion yet? I don't know which game that is, filler. But if you are watching and you enjoy games as obviously as much as I do, feel free to subscribe. Games I play on the channel, I play Elite Dangerous, play Star Citizen, I test lots of games, I get sent games by developers so I can show you games before they come out. Oculus Rift, PlayStation VR, feel free to subscribe. You get your name up on the screen and you always get answered in my streams, always, you know. That's my crowning glory. You come here and you're here to join in and have a chat, not just to watch me do some shooting. Do you Sony sold a dev version of PS1 to the Puppet and everything to make your own game, and you could send it in, and if they liked it, it'd publish it. Oh, nice. Actually, they're doing that with the Xbox, aren't they? They're doing something very, very similar to that. Is it Xbox ID? Where you can basically make your own game and put your I'm sure it's maybe with the Xbox X you can, oh, for fuck's sake, you can put your Xbox up to your PC, upload your game and play it on the console. I see you still have a natural talent at failing at games. I wonder why I haven't seen you very often, Matrix. He doesn't ever hate Aces holding his hand. Yeah, exactly, yeah. No, you're totally right.
Spawning.
You're totally right. Look at the particles in the air. Look, it's nice, isn't it? I'll make this the last one because you just all insulted me. No, that's not why. I know, Matrix. I know you love me. No, I will make this the last one because I can't show you any more than this. There's only 2 maps. This is the first-person shooter element of Star Citizen. I just wanted to show it to you, and it's a nice way of me to ease in very gently with my plans for the channel and bring in more space content. You know, I am actually actively looking for space games now because it suits the genre of what we're playing. So there you are, Star Marine, Star Citizen. I thought I'd bring it to you, show you a little bit about it. Maybe some of you even didn't know too much about it. Now you do, and we can move on to other elements of Star Citizen. I like I like that. I watched him grow up in Elite, taught him how to do a few things, and now he's mining. I know, Haunted. I really enjoyed that stream today. Really enjoyed it, and Aces is awesome, isn't he? Right, I'm going to go. So before you go, please press subscribe. Please press like. And yeah, I will see you next time. Thanks for joining me, everyone, and I'll see you later.